Welcome to Cannabis School. I'm your host, Jesse Angeles.
And I'm Brandon Elder.
And we're here to talk to you about everything pertaining to cannabis, from vape,
Flower,
edibles,
strains,
and everything in between. Welcome back to yet another episode strain review. We're going to be doing a well, it's not a concentrate. It's a
live resin.
Live resin.
And these were actually given to us by Story Cannabis out in Arizona.
Yeah. Brandon was there and
they hooked me up fat.
Yeah. So we got to be able, I mean, this is one of many reviews that we'll be passing down from
them.
And this comes from the cart is from Faded Co. Mm-hmm. And they have a very unique combination that they do. They put two strains as like a combos, like what we used to do, and then they don't do a we do. We come up with our own like funny names for it, right?
Yeah,
like the Lone Ranger,
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, the White Russian.
Yep.
It's a diesel.
Yeah.
And but I mean, it was sour diesel or something like that,
and White Russian. Yeah.
I mean, it was great. It was a bright strain, and oddly enough, this one, which is fried ice cream and
espresso.
Yeah.
Not espresso.
Not espresso, right? Espresso. And I really like this. It's a fun strain, and being a live resin pen, it's slightly different experience, I would say.
It's better than distillate.
Much better. It's very skunky.
But it's not as good as live rosin.
No, live rosin's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But this is really good, though. I really enjoyed this. So
I've been really happy with the Fadeco product, actually. Their pens have been really nice.
And they're not too thin. They're not too thick.
I haven't gotten them like clogged a lot that they need to pull through. I would say that the cart's been a good experience, and the concentrate inside.
Oh yeah. It's a very well, first of all, you need to take a hit.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, and while he's taking that hit, giving a shout out to our Patreons. Thank you so much, helping to support. Every time we're able to see that, we know that our show is growing that much more in viewership. So for those who put into that, thank you so much. Thanks for being able to join us with our live sesh.
Maybe.
Or
if not, it's coming up in like a day or two. So
yeah, so either way, we're looking forward to being able to do that with you guys. And if we've already done it, hey, that was fun.
Stay tuned for next month, because this is going to be a regular monthly thing.
Yeah. You get some good, decent clouds. Very, if you are a connoisseur or connoisseur and you really like the flavors.
Very skunky. I do like that, though.
Yeah. You get full terp. More of the beta carotene, is that was in this?
Yeah, caryophyllene is the high. It has like 8.5% terps in that pen. Caryophyllene being the highest, then limonene and linalool. So
linalool.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's got this is like in the cart's like 78% THC.
The majority of it is terps and THC. Which is great. This is what I consider a supercharger. So a supercharger is what I feel would be two sativas or two really high energy strains combined together. Super clear.
Dude, I feel this right in my face.
Yep. And you also get this is great to counter if you've had a really sleepy strain. So we reviewed another strain before this in a concentrate. It was super strong, high first. Blah, blah, blah. And then I went back up.
And then it came back out, yeah.
But then it kind of mellowed out again. This pulls you right out of it. When you think of espresso being a concentrated shot of coffee, right? And just in the
I didn't think
in the
about
little
that.
cup.
I love espresso. Not plain.
You don't like the plain?
No, I do Americanos.
I like them plain. It's just the bitterness of it.
Really?
Almost like the hints. It's almost like a chocolatey, velvety feel in your mouth. I really like it. I haven't had it in a long
coffee,
time.
But
not like syrup.
No,
That's what it's like.
It's pretty thick. I mean, it's thin enough, but it definitely
maybe we'll have to pull espresso after this.
Yeah, it's definitely it's the texture is different. But about this though, the fried ice cream, you're not getting a sweet flavor from this. You're getting a skunky in a live resin pen. And so that was one of the things that I've really liked about this is the amount of focus and energy I get. However, because it's really fast acting, but you don't feel cannabis high.
No, I was like, it's just altered where the cannabinoids were sitting with what we currently had. But honestly, like, I'm really enjoying how in this headspace this is.
Yeah.
Not like I'm thinking in my head, but as in, like, it's shifted the experience up to my head,
It's all over. But the amazing feeling is that if I am more task-oriented that day, this is going to be that strain I'm going to attack. I've used it several times when I've had a lot of things that I don't procrastinate on. I just get distracted. And the more distracted I am, the harder it is for me to be able to bounce back.
I do like these ones. I still cough a little bit with them. Not as bad as distillate
at the first. Mm-hmm. So that's the one thing that I've really enjoyed about these live resin carts is Fadeco. So given to us by
Story. Yeah, Story Cannabis out in Arizona.
Yeah, fantastic.
Actually, they're all over the country.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if you get a chance to drop into these dispensaries, fantastic setup. But wow, these carts that they carry, it's my first time being able to use this type of product. And I really like the combination of the two strains. You have another one that we'll review later on. And it's like, it smacks you right in the face.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah. And you don't need a lot either. Like for me, I'm like 1-2 hit done.
That's what I like with these. They're so much better than the distillate or like even the live resin ones that we've had here from Utah.
Yeah, they're okay.
I feel like this is way better.
Oh yeah,
experience hands down.
But this feeling on this one is just go. That's the only word that comes in my mind. Go.
So really focused, really you can get a lot of shit done with this strain.
Yeah, but I could also go and enjoy myself. Like if I went out to do something that maybe I'm not really excited about doing. Like for example, Thanksgiving. So at Thanksgiving, my wife likes to play card games. Now, I don't mind card games. I don't mind board games, but I'm not really excited to do it. I'm just like, yeah. So I went outside, took about 3 rips off this, had a blast.
Oh, that would get you there.
For 2 hours too. I felt great. After about an hour and a half is when I felt it start to go down. So these actually last longer too, as far as compared to a dirty distillate where it's just super fast. Like I feel that a lot of CO2 extracted ones are so fast that I don't really get to enjoy it long enough.
It's not as enjoyable.
But it's not sustainable either. Mm-hmm. I find that those pens are the ones that you puff on all day.
Yeah.
This one, warning, if you puff on this all day, you are going to get a sativa headache. Guaranteed. I did every time I started. I'm like, okay, I've got to slow down.
Yeah.
So it just 1 or 2 hits, realize that it's a slow burn. You're not going to feel really cannabinized. The best way, right? You're like I'm cannabinized, and you're just like, so you're present. You feel good though.
Yeah.
It's a lot on the happy feels in your brain.
Story, this company was a lifesaver because I went down to Arizona for like a family get together with my girlfriend's side, and I went down and I didn't bring a pen. I didn't have anything. I had a tincture, and that tincture was so mild it felt like I was taking CBD almost or something. Ooh. And I think it was a day and a half of almost a tea break for me.
Oof.
Yeah, it was interesting. And then Story came through and hooked me up, got us these pens and some flour, and it made like the rest of the trip so much better.
Yeah, it's I say the products that we've experienced from Story, that they were so kind, um, just a different level. I didn't expect that from Arizona. I've had just regular distillates from there. I will say it was the best Jack Herrera that I've ever consumed.
And that was from Arizona
It was
too?
from Arizona. It was in Phoenix.
I learned, I think
I don't even remember.
he was
the
saying that they've
dispensary.
been around almost like, was it 10 years? Like their medical program in Arizona has been around
Yeah.
for a long time.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like I remember a long time ago, there was this podcast that was done by this company that made like certain edibles. Remember that syrup I told you about?
Mhm.
And yeah, out there in Arizona, like I didn't expect Arizona bud to be that good.
Yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised. Did you try any of the flower yet?
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
I did on Friday.
And you excited? Okay,
I'm
cool.
excited.
So I'm gonna grind some up.
We'll cover those in some reviews too. So stay tuned for those.
Yeah, it's
delicious,
really good. And this pen, you know, the way it is, you'll see it on the label over there. If you're in Arizona and you go by Story, check them out and go to this product. If you're a fan of Fadeco, let us know. That's, you know, a lot more people need to know about this one, especially out in AZ. But if they are elsewhere, that's awesome too. You know, it's the recipe, not necessarily going to be the same kind of bud, but this is great. It's fantastic. Love the product. Love the flavor. Love that feeling you get.
Yeah. So around the world or around US, wherever you're at, check out Story Cannabis. They've got lots of great products and awesome stuff.
Ice cream, espresso.
Fried ice cream and espresso.
We do a lot of strain reviews. We'll talk about different things that are kind of going on in our lives and in the world, but you know, this one is more of a kind of a fuck it strain because you can really just let it go. And it's not even a strain, it's a combo because there is no plant that's growing this. So they combined two separate strains.
Unless it's their own grow. And that's what they
may be.
Because they do grow their own.
That's
as well.
True. So this could be some of their Frankenstein shit.
That could be.
So this could turn into a name eventually, where it's like it may be based on. I like that idea.
Or they might give it a name.
Yeah.
More than that.
Yeah.
I like it though.
Oh, it's really nice.
It's like sitting behind my eyes.
Yep. Yeah.
Like just in my head, mostly on my shoulders now.
No, I don't.
Like
very little.
Like right here on up.
I feel at the base of my neck.
Oh, not resting on there. Just like it's like here and above.
No, it's the bruise I have from the squat bar. The stresses haven't left me.
No,
not at all. The anxiety's lower, but the feeling of hope. I think that'd be the best thing that this could give one person is hope. I feel hope. I haven't felt that for a while, but this makes you feel that. It's also good in the sense that even though that there's a lot going around me, it could be really emotional right now. This doesn't make me feel super emotional. It makes me feel like I can keep my shit together.
It really is. Like I'm not super introspective at the moment, but maybe it's
no.
I don't know, just the conversation and that, but I feel like it is a nice just kind of I can focus, but it's mind numbing all the extra shit.
Yeah.
The noise.
Yeah.
It's numbing the noise.
Yeah. This is a mental health strain combo together. This is really good. In that sense that it could be something that you could easily turn into a candy pen where you're trying to puff on it all day. I would caution against that.
Yeah. If your head hurts, and that happens. That's one thing I do experience every once in a while with sativas is that sativa headache. And I'm not really particular to that. So,
maybe some people are,
right?
Maybe people who are just really into headband strains.
I mean, I love headband, but still just dosing because once it gets to that headache, it's not worth it.
So far.
No, pass.
And that can go with either indica or sativa, but more prevalent with sativas, I feel. Like if you have a really strong one, like how Limoncello was a really good sativa, but it started getting to the point where it made me grumpy.
Same with jet fuel would give me headaches after a certain point. Like,
oh, for sure, jet fuel.
But I love it. It was amazing strain.
It was worth the trade.
You just don't push past that point because all right, yeah, it's good at a certain level, but.
Well, and talking about levels, this strain here, even though it's a cart, I don't believe that you're going to get that same ceiling effect that you'll get with most distillates. If it was in a Zen code, that would probably...
That'll do it.
Yep.
Yeah, we found that also kicks those ceilings.
Yeah, you'll go right past that. And, I find that with just your standard dirty distillate that you're just puffing.
Does your Omegatron, does that also do 510 thread carts?
Yeah.
Okay, have you tried a cart in it or just concentrates?
Yeah, very little.
Okay.
And it was nice. It was a nice experience.
Is the flavor, do you think we got to do a comparison with the Zenko and that.
It's about...
Try flavor and see.
About the same. It's about the same. It's kind of a burnt.
Okay. I kind of wondered.
Yeah, it's because it's a little harder to be able to get that temperature just right to get it that quickly into the.
Does the Omegatron just have 3 settings as well for temperature?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you have to push it down. You can't just push a button and let it fill. So I kind of like that because when I stop, I let go, it stops. So I don't have to push a button.
There's times like the other day, I double tapped it and went in the other room and then I forgot. And I was like, oh shit, I should go turn that off. And I came back in, it was almost full. And I was like, I don't know if I want that much because sometimes that'll make me cough. And so I just...
Makes him cough.
It does. And I'd rather do it in like 2 different times instead of coughing my lungs. Like I'd rather just take it in a smaller dose and not cough a bunch and then just wait a minute and take another smaller dose and be fine. But yeah, sometimes I forget it. And but other times I realize, and it's probably because I don't have much concentrate in there, that it's just going for a while. Oh. And that's because I'm like, does it have anything in there? Did I put any, has it burned it all out or is it just below the coil? And so, yeah, it's just, I will say I like that it seems to be easier to clean, less often I had to clean it than even the Oxo C-Note.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super easy to clean. I mean, it's a glass.
And it works. It's reliable. I've not had a time that I've not really been able to use it.
And it holds a pretty good charge.
Yeah. I feel like the Zenko lasts pretty decent.
The Omegatron is really good on that one. I think it's due to the way it's activated. To some people, it may piss them off that I've got to hold something, but for those of us that are trying to dose it just right, it's a better feel because now you have a little bit, because you can't just set it and forget it. You've got to press it down. And I like that. It's got these little pressure plates there. So when I pushed on it, I was like, at first I'm like, where the fucking button? And it didn't have one. And I was like, oh,
interesting.
And so I was like, okay, cool. And it was nice. I used it with the 510. I also used it with concentrates. It was really cool. I liked it. I don't like the hard ceramic plates in some of them. They're almost spiky.
Is that what that has?
Yeah, it has one of those. I'm not a fan of those.
I wonder if they offer a different style bowl on their side or something that doesn't have that. Just the flat ceramic or something.
Oh yeah, or those basins that are just
a bowl. Yeah.
Nice bowl. Those are great. Those are so great. But they get dirty so quickly. All of them do. But this, if I would like to see if they have it in a wax form. That would be pretty interesting. I know that the feeling would be all over it, but no, all over, with everything compared to it, this thing is fantastic. You're going to get a really good, if you don't have a smell-proof container or a lockbox, this will smell up your entire room. Just the cart alone sitting on its own. Now I left it. I just put it down near my nightstand.
Was it hot when you took it off? The pen?
Oh, no, it's all the time. When I opened it, when I opened out of the package.
Oh, before even.
Yep. It's so strong. And that other card, the other company had sent us, that one, the package was left out. I had locked it away in a smell-proof container. The fucking package. this green,
oh man,
transparent-ish smoke coming through.
Everywhere.
Like it was like a fog. And my wife was like, "Hey, you gonna lock it up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's all locked. What the? Everything is in there."
Dude, that's funny.
Oh my gosh. Like it's that strong. And that's why live rosin, you're going to get a bit skunkier smell, and it's constant. If you're a fan of it and everybody you live with, it's like, that's the most amazing smell I've ever had.
Well, it's great to have a lockbox anyway, like a smell-proof one. We have several from like Green Cross. We'll throw a link in.
Oh yeah, Green Cross is awesome.
Yeah, they sent a ton of them out. Stash Proof has some really good smell-proof bags and stuff for even carrying.
And for those people who are just into just like a little bit of, they're just brand new to cannabis, they get a little bit here and there, we'd really recommend Hash Stash. That has it's a good for a small time consumer.
That's true.
Maybe for our
the Canador
audience.
I mean, we have all sorts of ones.
Yeah,
there's
the
like
Canador is crazy.
The Canador is beautiful. It's got these little 6 compartments, and it has like a humidity
it's super cool.
beads thing in there. It's beautiful. That's where all of our product for the episodes is stored, because it's a great way to keep them like
tons of stuff, and we're like
humidity controlled and all.
But keeping the smell down too.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I love the smell of cannabis, but not all damn day.
No,
it's a bit much, right? It'd be like somebody who has nothing but essential oils burning on their house constantly.
Yeah, but could you imagine if it was always just? I mean, no. I think. Maybe it depends. If it didn't have the stigma of someone coming over and going, "Oh, your house smells like weed." No, but then at the same time, I don't want to always just smell like weed.
Smoke. I don't. Oh, I definitely don't want to smell like a skunk. That was kind of funny because last night I was picking up my boy from his job, and we were driving home, and there was this area that we drove through, and it just hit us this pungent skunk smell.
Yeah.
But my son and I just looked at each other, and I'm like, "Did you see them smoke out of that car?" And he goes, "No, I think it's a skunk." And I'm like, "I don't know. That smells awfully. It smells like a good time going on in there." And then it really dissipated like, and then about a mile of that one. So it must have been like a ginormous skunk that was hit, and just like his ass just exploded at moment of impact.
Gross.
Everybody's like,
"Whoa, extra fresh."
But see, that's another thing too. Like skunk smell doesn't bother me because of cannabis.
I know. Every time I pass it now, I'm like, "Is that a skunk or is that
a good time?"
Like, yeah. I'm like, "Oh no, that's probably a skunk."
That's a skunk. Or someone needs to do their shirt laundry, right? Right? But it's good. It's really good.
It's not bad. I feel like this isn't an overly chatty strain.
No.
But it's like a nice, happy strain.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So give it a shot. For our AZ fans out there, check it out. Go buy one of these dispensaries with Story and check out Fade Co.
Yeah.
Great products they have.
Awesome products.
This one is a happy, fun time strain. So it's good stuff.
Thanks again, all our Patreon supporters.
Yeah, much love.
Love you guys. And stay tuned. We have our Bud Tender course coming out soon.
Yeah.
Where you can actually get Cannabis School Bud Tender certified.
Man, this will be packed in many different videos, easy to consume, and we found it extremely helpful. Many people have been able to secure jobs within the cannabis industry just by listening to the podcast. But instead of having to go through the entire podcast, which is always good for supplemental, but you're now going to be able to have a full course to be able to rely on.
Oh, I still think there's more in the course.
Yeah.
There's different stuff in the show. But
yeah, there's different stuff in the show, and the show is very informative, but the course is very directed towards being able to help you feel more comfortable and confident starting your cannabis career.
Yeah. And love you guys. See you next week.
Yeah, take care.